Do you guys remember this? I kind of told you guys so. So it's starting to happen. Check this out. Just like you guys, I've been completely sleeping on crypto.com.
I did wake up.
Their token CRO. And there's a lot of reasons for it. I'm a huge fan of crypto.com. By the way, in the last bull market, I made a sizable amount of money just holding CRO. Not just holding CRO because of its pump, but the things I was able to do with CRO. For instance, just staking my CRO, I was earning a large yield.
Right, blah, 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 blah.
Right? Now, you know that this isn't following Bitcoin. If you compare it with Bitcoin on the charts, you can see Bitcoin, if anything, is going.
Anyway, the summary of that is I was talking to you guys about how CRO, even though being an absolutely solid token, and they had demonstrated that the platform survived the bear market when others crumbled by taking decisive action and by working hard in the background to maintain that high level, that the token wasn't responding and it had a long way to go. At the point, I believe the token was at something like minus 85%, which is absolutely insane, seeing that Bitcoin had already approached a new all-time high at the time, right? And then I had another video that I made after the Trump people started talking about CRO.
This is probably the third video I'm making about CRONOS.
Number 3.
In the last
kept talking about it.
Month or so. CRONOS, crypto.com, whatever. Because I can't believe that people can't see it. Now, while this is not...
It's funny, I'm wearing the same hoodie in that...
financial advice, and you should do your own research. But I can't believe that CRO is still minus 90% from all-time highs.
That's insane.
Even though we're hearing back-to-back good information, back-to-back good news, and potential catalysts in, I guess, in the newsosphere, if that's the word, I'm coining it now.
Right, so the price of CRO in this video was what? Just 10 cents and some change. Same here, 10 cents and some change. It was even lower here. Okay.
First of all, we saw that little sort of wake up that happened a few months ago. License unlocking crypto derivatives in Europe.
Okay.
Crypto derivatives.
So I went on to talk about
the
things that crypto.com or CRONOS was doing in Europe and their collaboration with the Trumps, right? The Trump Liberty Finance thing, right? I went on and on about how, you know, a lot of people were looking at CRO as a legitimate platform to do some of this crypto stuff in, right? And lo and behold, I opened my app today and realized that the price of CRO has done effectively a 3.5x since doing that video, pumping really hard in the last 7 days, doing 100% in the last 7 days, or even more, 139%. Since yesterday, it's done something like a 50% surge. And this is because, guys, Trump Media unveils CRO strategy deal. So this isn't actually a new thing. It's something that they've been talking about and hinting about this whole time. And God knows, I just couldn't believe why people didn't see it or didn't go, you know, grab themselves some tokens. Of course, no financial advice, your own research. But yeah, I'll leave those 2 videos in the description in case you want to go watch them in hindsight, and this article as well. But CRONOS is pumping, man. Look, it's going up. Even though the rest of the tokens are kind of down, Bitcoin is down, XRP is down, everyone's sort of down. There's some coins that are up, but CRONOS is surging ahead. Now, imagine what happens when Bitcoin returns to all-time highs and we get started proper in, you know, our alt season. This is still 65% down, by the way, from previous all-time high. So that's still got a fair way to go. Not financial advice, your own research. So it would have been better to have gotten it when it was 95% down 4 months ago. But, you know, the next best time is probably nowish. Again, not financial advice, do your own research. Now, I grabbed myself a whole bunch of crypto.com CRONOS tokens when I made that video. I already had some before because I had them staked. I told you I used the crypto.com Visa card. So I have quite a lot of crypto or CRONOS staked in order to get the benefits of that. So that's looking good. But those tokens I bought, 4, 5, 6 years ago when the price was maybe a little bit higher. So they're still kind of in the red anyway, but that's besides the point. I did bring my average down by buying some more 4 months ago. I wish I'd bought a little bit more because, hey, who doesn't like a doubling of the price? Look, even while making this video, it's still going up. So, the more is unveiled about crypto.com and the Trumps, I think the more we're going to see prices going up. On the other hand, I think people have figured out why crypto suddenly went down, because apparently Nvidia's report wasn't so good. So the traders in the stock market weren't happy. So they dumped the tech stocks as they usually do. And that affected Bitcoin. And if it affects Bitcoin, it affects everybody else, because Bitcoin, believe it or not, is still traded or regarded a tech stock and a risky one at that. So we still have that effect coming from the stock market when they get spooked. I also noticed Solana did a pretty decent run, 15% in the last 7 days, doing a good chunk of it pump in the last 24 hours. XRP, man, XRP. Again, the future is extremely bright for XRP. Obviously, there's a fair bit of manipulation happening at the moment. I believe that there's a little bit of active suppression by the likes of BlackRock because of the ETFs. Okay, I think that they need to complete, or they want to complete, their Ethereum pump first, and when that happens, when that finishes, the next will be XRP. So again, a lot of things happening in the background, Ripple collaborating with other people. I'm going to do an XRP specific video probably later today, maybe on my walk. So a lot's still going on in the background. Nothing has changed in terms of the potential of XRP. So I'm still dollar cost averaging like crazy into that. Bought some more this morning as usual, because great times ahead for XRP. I can't believe we're still at $3. By this time, I expect it to have seen us in the $5, $6 range. But of course, the powers that be enacted their powers that be and in suppressing the price. And also, of course, the general macro events aren't helping matters at all. We still have the tariffs, the international relations with Russia, things kicking off here and there. We have the economy, doom and gloom in the economy. We had the U.S. Federal Reserve and what happened with the governor that was fired by Trump for corruption allegations. Obviously, that's just a convenient thing because, if you're going to go for corruption allegations, a hell of a lot of people will be getting fired, if you know what I mean. But hey, it's only a matter of time before all of these things clear out and we return to the fireworks. Remember, alt season is upon us. Don't be shaken by these manipulative events and smoke screens. I continue to dollar cost average and hope for the best, not financial advice, to your own research. Peace.